Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, thank you for clicking this video. Today we are going to be talking about depression and my personal take on what it is and what it makes you feel like, and just talking a little bit about my personal journey with it. If you guys like the video, hit that subscribe button down below and definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, guys. Depression can be really hard to spot right away. It doesn't just kind of come right out and be like, hey, I'm here, it's me, you feel really depressed right now. So things like your sleep patterns will oftentimes slowly start to change, whether you are sleeping on average a lot more or you're sleeping on average a lot less. There is always some sort of change with your sleep. There can be things like your lack of desire just to like go and hang out with your friends or go do normal things, like things that you have to do like school or work, or you know, spending time with your loved ones. These are things that make you happy, but you're just not wanting to do them and you don't really understand why, and it's just making you feel even more kind of like weird and you don't understand where it's coming from. You can feel okay and then suddenly you just start to cry about really insignificant things. You feel like almost panicky when it comes to the fact that you have to leave your house, you have to go do your you know, your work, or you have to leave to go to the gym. It can be really weird things that suddenly you just don't want to go to. Your relationships with your friends, your family, people in the workplace, or like romantic relationships, and they can start to suffer because you tend to isolate yourself in a way that nobody else can really connect with you, and that is probably because you don't feel like anyone can connect with you. Like literally you feel like you're all by yourself, even if you're in a room full of people, and it just feels like no matter how hard you want to break out of the shell that has enclosed around you, there's just no way out of it. Looking back into my late teens, early 20s, I really see now that I had suffered from depression. I just chalked it up to being in a phase where I just saw everything through a dark lens, but really I see now very clearly that it was obviously depression. And I also did suffer with anxiety, but I feel like that anxiety really peaked after the birth of my first daughter, which is my first child. But the depression really did take a full effect into my late 20s, my late teens into my early 20s, and that's when I really began to see things with like a cloud in front of me. I think the thing is that if you don't hear about depression and you are not taught about the effects of it and what it looks like, and you never really heard that much about it, it's very hard to look at your overall self and all your symptoms and be like, oh, okay, like this is what's happening. And I think that it's really easy for young adults and like people in their 20s and 30s to feel depression and maybe not really link the two, like, you know, your symptoms with the actual being depressed. And I mean, even body pain and aches can be a symptom of depression. So, you know, you can be feeling like your body's just so sore, you don't understand why, but really it's just these emotions, the emotional weight that you're carrying, and it's all in your body due to the fact that you're not being able to recognize what it is. Depression can be a very lonely state of being, and most times that's exactly what it is, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of people don't have the means to get a therapist and go to counseling. But even like in the States, I know that medicine is very costly and medical is expensive, but if you have the opportunity to talk to your doctor can put you on medication, and if that's not the route you want to go for, you can also decide to just do counseling, or you can do both. For myself personally, I have taken medication to help me with depression as well as anxiety, but it is very difficult. You know, it is a trial and error kind of process, because we are all different and our brains are all wired differently. Some medicine is going to work for some people, other medicine's not going to work for other people, and basically you just have to keep trying until something sticks and really works for you. People can do very, very dangerous and very careless type of things when they're depressed. They want to chase different highs to feel alive. It doesn't have to be necessarily you know, illegal substances or anything like that. It can be, you know, just being really careless with driving, racing, and like just being like stupid with, you know, driving and just racing and speeding around. Or it can be the fact that you just don't lock the doors, you don't lock your windows, you leave them open at night, you don't really care, you go out drinking and you drink until you just black out, you don't remember what happened because, you know, you just want to forget about the cloud that's hanging over your head. Or it can be the fact, and of course, you know, there is also, it can be the higher levels of depression where you feel like you start to question the point of living, you start to question your existence, you start to think about, you know, who am I important to? And those type of questions can really be frightening, and it can really make you feel like you are even more alone, even when you thought it was impossible to feel that way. Something that I've really learned from having depression, having anxiety, is that you know, it's really good to talk about your feelings, whether it is through counseling or whether it's journaling, whether you're just talking to a friend about your feelings, or if it's prayer. You know, talking about your feelings really can help you. But also there is the more medical side to this, like I said, with medications. And you know, you just need to really realize that your life is never just one-sided. There are so many dimensions and layers to your life, and if you're feeling to the point of just like there's nothing left for you, know that it's not true. There's always going to be something around the corner that is worth living for, and you don't have to feel like you're alone, because there are always people out there that want to make friends and befriend you, or just be in your life. And you know, there's so much for you to be able to do and grow as a person. You can learn to have healthier and happier thoughts and behavior. And if you know somebody who is depressed, definitely reach out for them for help and on their behalf, or come to them about that, because you never know where that depression could lead to. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.